We'll lay out a search line on the canal, which amounts to a weighted liner, and the weight is the far side and this side, and as the diver goes along one side of it, he gets to the far end, moves the weight an arm's length, or whatever he considers a good searching distance, comes back along it and does the same this end, and so consequently you've got a zigzag pattern going across the bottom. It's thorough, but it's slow. You'll find everything in a canal, even the kitchen sink. Yeah, you know, it's so cluttered. Sometimes you can't even make contact with the bottom. There's so much clutter. You're just on top of clutter. It really is the worst. But it's our bread and butter searching. It's what we do most. We have a minimum of 5 personnel. That's a diver in the water and the diver's attendant. Then you have a standby up top and a standby's attendant and a supervisor. Diver actually dresses according to the temperature. As you see, he's wearing a very thin underwear today, but in the wintertime we can double, treble up, and
I recognise that weed.
The thing that dictates how long the diver stays in the water is his hand. We wear a wet glove, and as soon as he loses contact with what he's searching with, which is his hands, he's got to come out because he's wasting everyone's time. He mustn't pretend that he's searching, because he's not. He's got no visibility, and it's all done by touch. And when they go, you come out.
Oh, that's good as well. 2 different sorts of suits.
Are you ready? Steady, go. Oh. God, that's all wet.
What? 3 shredded wheat.
Well, only went in with it, John, didn't it?
Jim, yeah, you forgot to let go.
I'll show you. Keep your nudge it down.
I'll show you.
Bring it up slowly.
I'll show you how to do it. Now I've got the trick.
Get 340 bar in them.
Now I've got the trick.
John, you're that likely.
You have to step back when you get to your grip up to pass you, unfortunately. Well, we're going to walk over the glass.
Rocco.
Well, this will be
Turn it on for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Receiving me?
Yeah, very low.
Right, okay. Cool. This way, sir. There's a little icky there. On the wrong side of you, there.
No trolleys?
Yeah.
A bit more on that old chest work than looking forward.
Speak to the wind.
She'll kill you if I get back.
Go to your right face of the shop, Mick. You're going slightly left. Thames, cleanest commercial river in Europe. This is grotty. Loads of disease about. Viles disease, polio. That's the worst one, though, is that leptospirosis thing, the Viles disease. Rat's piss. You die. Nice. Yeah, polio's back. So, it's the gloves. It's jobs like this you hate in the winter, because you stand there and you freeze your bits off, you know. And the warmest guy's the diver.
This acts as a lifeline and a communication line. We have to dive on a lifeline anyway because of HSE regulations, but we've got the added bonus of having communications with the diver as well within the lifeline. And as you can hear, it's quite clear. It's almost like speaking to him as I'm speaking to you now. It's reassuring for the diver. We find now that, especially in the winter, diver seems to spend a lot more time in the water than he used to. You know, if you're down there on your own, it's cold and it's dark and you've got no visibility. You know, and you're not speaking to anybody. You don't want to stay down there very long. But if you've got somebody talking to you constantly, I think it takes your mind off the fact that you're cold and you're on your own. And we find we stay down a lot longer. We've got 2 lines.
Yeah.
One's to the standby diver, so he can actually hear what's going on with the diver that's in the water. And that also is a safety measure in that before I say to him, you know, the diver's in trouble, go in, he's ready to go. before we just had a line, you see, and it was lifeline signals. That's like Morse code. And different signals meant different things. But some years ago, there were some fatalities in the diving unit. There was one in our diving unit and 2 in Essex. And because of that, these regulations now say that all divers over 1.5 metres must have communications at all times.
It's a crack-on job. Well, we'll do a specific area. You know, you could end up in Birmingham if you're going to be really silly. But you've got to make a decision and say, well, you know, we'll do from the bridge to the bend. You name it, we'll find it.
Anything and everything.
Dead dogs to shopping trolleys, anything. And occasionally we find what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's fine.
That'll do. Make a clean sweep of it.
It's not floated around this bloody corner.
Yeah, it is.
Wouldn't it, eh?
A bit of a bummer, wouldn't it?
Did anyone speak to his mates afterwards? Yeah, they say he just went out the window, and that was it, you know. And then someone down here, from down here, and they saw him there.
Yeah.
Yeah, received stick line. So it's a stick line.
He's on a slant. He's on like a bank down there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's nice and close to the edge. That's the main thing.
I can get it in more. Look.
Yeah. I've got up over the edge of this bank.
Hey, that's straight on down now.
It must go like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've got about 5 metres, but normally the dock's in around 9 metres.
This is a lot shallower than we expected. He should be right on it now.
You alright, mate?
You okay? Received.
Let's do this one. What the fuck is that?
Received 4 and 5. Yeah, we bring them up. Yeah, we're bringing them up. Yeah.
John, we take some of this weight. He wants a hand up with on the lifeline. Just not gently, just that's it. That's it.
Can you go down that ladder?
Yeah.
If you could, and get Dick out in the corner.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not going to bother. He's already here.
No, it's all right for a minute, John. Richard, Smoothie's going to take him over in that corner, and I want you to swim back to the pontoon, and we'll get you out there, okay? What's your air?
We're going to have to unlash this ladder. It's quite secured on the other end. But as you say, it would be a better idea to get the ladder in here. Wait for, if you can hang on.
Oh, yeah. Skip one.
We were getting to get a bit worried there because we were getting to a point where it was getting a little bit awkward, and it would have meant having to move the whole search into a different area. But as it turned out, it's successful.
I mean, visibility there presumably
It is absolutely nil, and he doesn't particularly want visibility when you're searching for a body. You just bump into him. Visibility is not a bonus looking for a body. It's much better just sort of, there he is. But it's, I think the diver had a full search, he had a full 40 minutes there. And after that time, you really don't want to be in any longer when you're searching for a body, because the old imagination starts to turn, you know. You've been in there 40 minutes, you think, well, where the hell is he? And it's quite a relief when you actually bump into him under these circumstances.
Well, for a change, I didn't jump, but you know you've got a dead person, and once you've found it, the job's over and finished.
So we hand it across to the local police, and they'll take it from there. We'll make a statement out for them, and that'll be for any coroner's court appearance. Sometimes they call us just out of interest to see what it was like down there, if there's any difficulties for the guy who gone, if there was any snags or something. But normally it's straightforward, these things. So that's about as much as we do.
Kiddies are the worst ones, you know. They're more stressful, I think. Looking for a youngster. Especially with a family man, yeah.
I can't make any assumptions here, but I'll leave that for the local police. But I think it sounds like a suicide, but we'll not know till the later on when the inquiries reveal otherwise. But normally suicide, these things.
Once you've found it, it's become simple. Well, it's the worst of the standby, because he's waiting to go in, and when he's on his last run, you think, oh, I'm in next.
Don't bring that.
I'm in next, he said.
You never get used to bodies.